Let's talk about core values. Core values are not the numbers. I know we like to talk about numbers all the time, but core values are behavioral standards. They're about getting the numbers the right way so you don't end up with toxic achievers, toxic performers, people who hit the numbers but violate the values, and they weaken the culture and lower morale and break momentum and destroy your credibility and all that other stuff, because we don't want to hold them accountable in many cases because they're hitting the numbers. But it's not either or. Core values are doing things the right way. They really become the DNA of your organization. I don't know how many you have. I don't know if you even have them or if you know what they are. A lot of times in the organizations I work with, they have the core values hanging on the wall, or employees are walking around with little business cards that have the values on them, and they have them on a banner. Nobody knows what they are. They're just decor. They're like ceremonial nonsense. Happy hot tub talk that don't influence behaviors daily. If your core values are effective, they're changing the way people behave with each other and with customers. You don't need a ton of them, but you need a handful of them that cover a lot of ground. In our company, we've had the same 5 for 26 years now. And I'm not saying your 5 should be my 5, but we have integrity and teamwork and urgency and personal growth and attention to detail. And those cover a lot of ground. We go over them during the interviews just to let people know who we are before they're cashing our paychecks, and we spring the values on them and say, by the way, you're not living up to these. Well, it's a little late then. And so you want to make these part of the culture. Again, you don't need a ton of them. I had a dealer one time, he told me, well, we have 14 of them. I was like, well, okay, I mean, there's only 10 commandments, but if you think you need 14, that's fine. But then I asked him, I said, you've got me interested now. What are they? Well, he knew 3. Well, if the person who owns the place knows 3, what do you think the frontline people know? They probably don't even know they exist. I want you thinking about, how often do we talk about our core values? Are they just hanging on a wall? Or do we have a value of the week that we talk about? Because honestly, if you want to change the culture, change the conversation. Talk more about the values and the mission and the vision and the things that make you unique and the things that unite yourself and your people as a team. Talk more about those things. Have a value of the week. Maybe one of your values is teamwork, like mine. And you can say, you know what, our value this week is teamwork. And Brittany really lived the teamwork value last week. I mean, I'll tell you what, it was her time to go home, and she noticed Ryan was behind, and she stepped right in and helped him out, had a great attitude about it. No one had to ask her, didn't ask for anything in return. Team, if everybody does more of that, we're going to tear the cover off the ball. We're going to hit the vision this year. And now you're taking it from words and you're showing how the behaviors tie into it and how that ties in also to actually reaching your goals. If you want a strong culture, if you want to weed out the toxic people, you've got to have values that mean something. You can't just hit the numbers and violate the values. It's not either or. First, you got to be clear as to what they are, then you've got to live them. As the leader, come on, nothing will destroy the credibility of core values faster than you not living them. And I promise you this, your people would rather see the message in you than hear the message from you. Let me say that again. They'd rather see the message in you than hear the message from you. Your walk and talk need to be consistent. You need to be, as a leader, the walking, talking billboard for the values, and then make them really clear, talk about them all the time. You'll never communicate them, and hold people accountable for living them. Work on this. It'll change culture, it'll change behaviors, and it will ultimately change your outcomes.